So good evening. Thank y'all for showing up tonight to help us inform the public about this incident. Tonight at about 6 p.m., patrol officers responded to the area of 295 and Beach regarding a traffic crash. Things changed pretty drastically, and I will let Chief Parker let you guys know the details. Chief.
Thank you, Sheriff. So good evening. Like the Sheriff said, approximately 6 p.m. this evening, officers responding to a crash with injuries right here at the intersection at Beach and 295. So according to witnesses of the crash, they were sitting behind what ended up being the second vehicle involved in the crash. It's a lady. She was facing eastbound, attempting to turn northbound on 295. It was her with her two kids in the car. They were 10 and 7, and they got the green light, according to witnesses, as they go to make their left turn to go northbound. The suspect in this vehicle, who ended up being involved in this, comes blowing through the red light and hits them broadside and causes a pretty big impact. She says she looks up and sees him. He gives her the thumbs up and then gets out of the car, starts kind of wandering around. She's with her kids, everybody, she's checking them. They end up, I'll get to that, they were all had minor injuries. They've been treated and released, so the kids and the mom are okay. Anyway, he gets out, he starts making some statements. Rescue arrives, and they report to the officers that are responding that he said he was going to shoot himself. They verified he was armed with a gun. There was also a homeless gentleman down there that the investigators have spoken to. He overheard the guy additionally say that he was going to kill himself. So officers get here at about 6:09, and they set up on the exit ramp. They start clearing cars out of the way just in case it escalated, so there was no casualties. They get all the cars moved. They continue to talk to this guy for 20 minutes. The main officer doing the negotiation is one of our trained negotiators. So they're negotiating with this guy for about 20 minutes. He's sitting on a construction trailer down there, not really responding, not giving him a lot, won't even give him his name or anything. Meanwhile, there's people out here at the hotel nearby, and right at the end, after about exactly 20 minutes or so, another person doesn't realize what's going on. He's riding up with a bicycle. As this suspect turns toward that person, the officers had to engage him. He still had the gun in his hand. They each shot him with their rifles. He went down at the scene. Rescue was on scene. They picked him up, took him to a local hospital where, from what I understand, he did not survive his injuries. Gun and everything was recovered at the scene. So I'll tell you, it's still going to be here for a while. Obviously, we're working the crash with injuries. The officers, the investigators are doing what they do. State attorney's on scene doing their investigation as well. This is our 12th officer-involved shooting this year. Both officers involved, it was their first each, and I'll give you their information. The first officer, who is also one of our negotiators, is Greg Hernandez, common spelling, ID number 82816. He's been here 6 years, and this was his first officer-involved shooting. The second officer is Z. Slatowski. It's SLATOWSKI. ID number is 83620. He's been here almost 5 years. It's about 4.5 years. And the suspect, we're not releasing his information at this time because next of kin has not been notified. However, I can tell you that his license was permanently revoked in 2024. As far as his record, he's had 5 DUIs. There's no history of mental health that's documented or anything. And he was 69 years of age, white male. And with that, we can take any questions.
And also, you said that the suspect, did he approach a bicyclist?
He turned toward him. The bicyclist was actually in this area where we're standing, getting closer, and he turned toward that guy. So unknown what the intentions were, but they can't take that risk. You got crowded people out here at the hotel. There's a gentleman that doesn't even realize what's going on a bicycle, so they had to take action at that point.
And what car was the suspect driving, by the way?
He was in an SUV.
An SUV, and also the lady was driving what car?
She was, I don't remember. It was a Camry? Camry.
During this negotiation process, what are they trying to tell the suspect to get him to calm down and kind of listen to what they're saying?
Just typical, like, hey, what's going on? First, what's your name? Tell us what's going on so we can help you. We don't want to hurt you. All the stuff that they're trained to do. They're very calm, repeating themselves because he's not giving them anything. So there's a lot of non-response. So they just keep trying to initiate some type of conversation to see what the issue is, and he's just not responding.
Just thinking, your bicyclist is okay?
Oh, yeah, uninvolved at all.
Gotcha.
So, good.
Did he point the gun or yell anything at the bicyclist? Just turn toward him?
That's all part of what they're looking into, but from what we understand, he looked toward him and motioned toward him. I'm not saying he drew anything. He turned toward him, and they had to take action. He can't wait. Action is always quicker than reaction. So they got a duty to protect all these surrounding people. He had 20 minutes, and he had already made some pretty bad statements, so they're not going to take that risk and put innocent people in jeopardy.
His 7-10-year-old mom, did they have to go to the hospital or anything? You mentioned their injuries were
I think they were treated here. I don't think they went to the hospital. I think they were treated here.
Sheriff, obviously a traumatic day for them, for the mom, the 2 kids, a day they're never going to forget. What's your message for them after going through all of this?
It's hard. I mean, I really don't know what to tell them other than we're here for them to support them. Any services that we can provide, we're absolutely 100% going to offer those services. But it's traumatic, right? It's something that you don't expect. A traffic crash is traumatic enough, but then everything that went along with it is pretty traumatic. So our message to them is we're here for them, and we'll be glad to help them in any way we can.
And again, only the officer fired, not the suspect.
No, so when you look at the entire scenario, Beach Boulevard is a very busy road, right? So once he got up and became mobile, you can't take the risk of him coming up to this hotel, walking into the street, walking across the street, because you have no idea what he's going to do. He's trying to, in these situations, the subject is making us try to understand or figure out what he wants to do. It's impossible to do that in that situation. So the officers made a decision, took care of the business that needed to be taken care of. Unfortunately, he lost his life, but we saved some others, I'm sure. So at least that's where we're thinking about it. Now we're going to wait, let the investigation play itself out, find out which way the state attorney goes. But when I'm thinking about it, when I'm thinking through, in my experience over the years, you cannot allow a person to wander up and down a busy roadway after that kind of erratic behavior. It's not a good situation.
Sheriff, it seems like we've had a lot of erratic behavior lately where folks just aren't listening to police as they're trying to calm them down. Do you make anything out of that? I mean, it's the situation on Wednesday too.
It's a strange situation we find ourselves in 2025. Things have changed around the world when it comes to how people view authority and view the police. I don't know if that's what his situation was, but we're seeing this a little bit more often, right? I think since I've been sheriff since November of 2022, we've had maybe 6 officers shot or close to somewhere around there. I'd have to get you that number definitely, but far too many. And too many situations where we're just not getting the compliance that we need because these things can often end very peacefully. It's always up to the individual that we're here to speak to or that we face. They make the decision, and once they make a decision, then we act upon the decision that they make. And you don't ever come to these things wanting it to end up like this. As a matter of fact, when the officer was negotiating, he was saying, we're not here to hurt you, because they're not. We're here to try to get this settled peacefully and as safely as possible. But unfortunately, it didn't end that way tonight.
Chief, just want to ask about traffic, and we know how Long Beach is going to be closed down.